we just talked to Matt King, and he said he felt like he was seeing beach balls today. Do you feel like that's a pretty accurate representation of the career day he had?
I mean, sort of looked like it from the side. He's been swinging the bat extremely well. You know, for this isn't the only day he's been swinging it good. He's been really carrying us offensively for a little while now. So yeah, when you're in that kind of zone, you're seeing everything big, and he's on time. You know, seeing pitches up in the zone and not missing them. He's just been outstanding for us.
To piggyback off that, do you feel it's more of a challenge when obviously a team's going to have a bullpen game because you're not seeing the same pitcher more than once?
It can be, but I think if you're sticking to your plan, you know, we kind of trying to been preach to these guys, sticking to your plan and getting pitches up in the zone and being on time. Really doesn't matter what the repertoire of a pitcher that they have, as long as you're seeing it early enough. And right now he's just seeing it really, really early and really well.
Coach, Matt talked about how you've been working on a guy's approach. How gratifying is it to you to see these results? I know Matt's on a hitting streak of 10 games. Tobias is hitting the ball well. Travis, you just go up and down the line, see all that.
We're better. We still have room to go. I think it's a step in the right direction. They're starting, hopefully, to understand what we're preaching, you know, and talking about approach and talking about, you know, repertoire that different pitchers have and what we're looking to try and do against those guys and what makes us successful as hitters. So when you try to combine all that and I guess teach these guys that type of an approach, when you see them start to get it and start to have success, it's extremely gratifying. But the big challenge is for them to continually do it day in and day out, and not just get it for one day and then, oh, we got it all figured out now. Now we can go back to the old way and, you know, chase pitches in the dirt and look terrible. So, you know, we'll keep on them. It's nice that these guys are having success, but history tells me we got to stay on them.
Yeah, I know Matt in the last 10 games, over 10 RBIs, over 10 runs scored. What does it, over 500 average, what does it mean to you? Like, what does it mean to you to just see that huge game for him in particular?
Well, I think it's just a product of hard work and sticking with the plan and not trying to do too much. Stay within yourself and trust the process, trust the plan of attack. And he's just done an outstanding job of staying with what makes him successful the past, you know, month or so. Really, he's just been doing a great job of it. And you know, I think from a pitching standpoint, when you look at our lineup up and down the lineup, and you get through you know, Contradas and Toby and Compton and you know, Matt King's kind of the forgotten one, but he's the one that's doing all the damage right now. That is, you know, you get through those big boppers, and then you know you have a contact guy coming up behind him, and he's doing some damage too, which is great to see. So as long as he's doing that, it continues just to lengthen our lineup out and make us more dangerous top to bottom.
Right now you guys are firmly in the mix at the top of the Big 12 standings. What's kind of the mindset moving forward in this new conference, and how does a big 20-run win like today kind of help fuel momentum moving forward?
You know, we got a long way to go. We have to get a lot better. I think today, you know, even the score indicates that we won by a wide margin. I thought offensively we played great, but the rest of the game we were very, very sloppy. I was not really pleased with them. I don't want them to think that they had a great game. There were some innings there where we gave away a lot of runs that just were petty, fundamental mistakes that we, you know, against better teams, they're going to expose the heck out of that, and we don't win that game. So I can't let them get away with that and think that they had a great game all the way around. We have a lot to improve upon. You know, we're in a solid spot, but we're not satisfied with where we're at as a team. So if we focus on just continuing to get better and fix the things that we need to fix and adjust on those things, then you know, we'll take the results as they come. But you know, hopefully these kids are confident, and you know, swinging the bat has been, you know, one part that I've been addressing quite frequently that we need to be better at. Today was a great day from the offensive standpoint, but as a team whole, we still have room to get better.
a ton of younger guys on the mound and out on defense were able to get some action today. How valuable do you think those reps are for them?
Well, long as they're quality. Some of those young guys didn't do what they're supposed to do. And we got to hold them to the standard that we expect. And, whether they're not freshmen anymore, we're beyond that. There was plenty of mistakes that you could tab freshman mistakes today that we just can't accept, and allow that to happen. Again, we expect a couple of those arms to be big pieces of what we're doing. They got to be better than that. Period. Like they just have to be. They got to be sharper. We can't walk the leadoff guy in the game, and we can't forget to get over to first base. We can't. Other guys that came in walk guys and leave pitches up. Like that's just a bad tone that we're setting. And if they want to continue to pitch, as much as we'd like them to, they got to be better than that. So, bottom line, they've been really good all year, and I haven't picked on the pitching much, but today I'm going to a little bit. They got to be better than they were today.
Not having Jonah for the week, obviously said he's on the road, but getting in today, what do you like from his performance?
Just the fact that he gutted it out. You could tell it just wasn't coming out with the conviction that it normally has, but he battled. I think, which was the most impressive part with him. Didn't have his best stuff, but still strength isn't all the way back. Still a little bit under the weather, but bottom line, we needed him. We needed him for a couple innings right there because we had given up a nice 4-run lead there in the third and gave up a 5 spot, and again, just from lack of concentration, mistakes, in my opinion. So to have him come in and kind of calm the waters, at least there for a minute, and give us a couple innings and a couple of zeros helped. Schaaf came in and did a good job after him. Arlich did okay and was able to get through his inning pretty unscathed. And there's just some other stuff late that we got to work on.
Coach, circling back to the hitting, Contradas has a 41-game streak where he's reached base safely. Does that mean anything to you, and what's he been doing to just keep that streak going?
I don't think he focuses on the streak, and my guess is he probably doesn't want you talking about it because that's how we jinx things around here. But that's just a product of a good process that he goes through every day, and coming to the field ready to play. And he'll probably be the first to admit he hasn't gotten completely locked in all the way. And there's a lot more that he's capable of doing, and we're forgetting this kid missed an entire year last year. So for him to come back and be in our 3-hole and play the third base defensively that he does, with an exception of that play today, which I'm critical on, of course, but he's there's still a lot more in there, and when that kid's firing on all cylinders, he can carry us offensively. So I'm anxious for him to get going, but for him not swinging as well as he wants to still put together this kind of streak or on-base streak or whatever it is, it's pretty impressive. Wait till that kid starts getting hot, and then it'll be a lot of fun to talk about.
Schaefer looked impressive today in his 2 innings. What do you think, what's your outlook on if he could become more prominent in the rotation during the weekend series? There's times when Schaaf comes out and is really electric, and then there's times where he comes out and it's like, what happened? Not that it's not good, but what happened to the really electric stuff that we saw last weekend? He's been great for us all year. He'll continue to pitch big innings, and whether or not that ends up evolving into a starting rotation spot or one of those key pieces in the back end. There's some method to our madness, why we're pitching guys in certain spots, who we like them to follow, and give the hitters that we're facing different arm angles and different repertoires and that type of stuff, so it doesn't one guy doesn't look very similar to the next guy coming in. We try to keep hitters guessing and have them see different angles. So bottom line, he didn't get in this weekend, which was, I don't know if you want to call it fortunate or unfortunate. Obviously for him, unfortunate, and they're just those situations of the game didn't present itself where we needed him in that particular spot. But bottom line, we knew we were going to need him today. Ideally we wanted Barrett and Gibby and Schaaf to handle the majority of the work today. A little bit more length would have been great.
out of Easton. But we were in that part of the game where I hesitate saying we were comfortable to bring Schaefer out of the game there after 2 innings. We had him go down and throw another simulated inning in the pen, and just to try to keep his endurance lengthened out in case we need him to eventually start for us. But bottom line, he's a big piece of what we're doing. So whatever role that's in, we have a motto, check your egos at the door and let us do the thinking. You guys just go pitch and do your job. And he's been everything of that. He has zero ego with that kid. So he's been a pleasure to have around, and he's done a great job.
Coach, Jacob Tobias had his first home run since March 1st. What does that do for his confidence after that dry spell of homers? He's been doing a lot of doubles, but
I don't think that helps or hurts his confidence at all. That kid's hit a lot of homers here for us over the years. And I quite honestly don't care about the home runs. I care about good at bats. I care about when he's going really good, he's driving the ball to left center, taking his doubles, taking his hits, driving runs in, however that comes, whether it's home runs or doubles or singles or walks or hit by pitches, I don't care. His job is to produce runs. If they come via the long ball, great. But I think, I'd be the first to tell you his job isn't to hit home runs. His job's to drive runs in. And however that happens, I'm okay with.
thank you.
You bet.